Hey guys. Okay. Um Today I finally have the long-awaited paper tassel tutorial. Disclaimer, I suck at tutorials. I watched multiple videos on YouTube on how to make these little paper tassels. So I'm probably not going to be the only video you'll watch, and you're going to find different people's suggestions, tutorials, and you're going to take bits and pieces because that's what I did. So let's get started. I'm going to start off with supplies. All right. So you will need a hot glue gun, some jewelry wire, gold, silver, whatever. I picked up all my supplies, majority of my supplies from the Dollar Tree. You will need some jump rings, whatever size. If you already have that jazz, then that is awesome. You will need some lobster claws or whatever claws you guys have. This is just a pack that I picked up from the Dollar Tree, Craft Metally brand, whatever. You guys know where to get this stuff pretty much. You will need a pair of scissors. I have two here. I've got my detailing scissors and then just a regular pair of scissors. You will need paper. I strongly suggest cardstock paper. I'll get into the dimensions in a little bit. You will need some wire cutters. I was going to say pliers. You do need pliers. You need some round needle nose. I don't know. Needle pliers. Like, this will make your life so much easier if you get these round nose pliers, whatever they're called, and just regular, like, tweezers. Jewelry tweezers, pliers, I don't know. So you know what I did? I went to Michael's and I picked up this kit here. I've showed this before in a haul. One side, it comes with all the tools that you need, and then the other side is storage. So it's great. I think I paid this is priced $16.99 and I had like a 50 or 60% off coupon. So it came to $7 or $8. Honestly, it's like one of the best investments ever. And then you're gonna need beads. I have taken apart jewelry, even like for things I don't use. You can pick up these little packs of acrylic beads, glass beads, whatever kind of beads you have laying around. And these, yeah, this was from Walmart, but I don't have very many colors because I'm not a huge jewelry maker. If you are, like, you've probably, chances are you've made this stuff right. Okay, so now that I've gone over the basic supplies that you need, I'm going to try to be as organized as possible because every time I make these paper tassels, I'm my desk is very messy, and as you can see, it is, and I'm trying to make it a little bit neater for this video, but anyhow, let's get started, guys. So the dimensions for the cardstock, and I say cardstock is because it'll hold up better. Like, if you get lighter weight paper, it's just going to be a little bit more flimsy, and if you have material, even better. So for the length, I do 6 inches, and for the height, now this, you guys, whether you want bigger or smaller, but like this right here is a 6x2. So I've done 2.5. I haven't done any 3 inches long, or high, but I've done 2.5. I like 2.5. It doesn't really matter as long as you've got something about this size. And you're gonna get your scissors and you're gonna trim. You're gonna be cutting the little strips here, and try to leave about a centimeter on the top. And I'll show you why. So this is the tedious part, just cutting. And I'm cutting, I want to say it's a little bit smaller than 1/4 of an inch strips here. It doesn't matter, you guys. I mean, the thicker you cut it, it's going to be harder to roll, right? So you're going to be cutting your strips there. And eventually you're going to have something like this where it's all cut, cut, cut. Okay? So if it is a one-sided cardstock paper, you're going to put the printed side down. And then, oh, another thing I use, I mean, some people don't need, but whether you have a little pencil or something, you're going to be rolling, okay? So you're going to start at one end here. And this is why I say leave about 1 centimeter when you're trimming, because I want you guys to be able to see. Get your glue gun, have it all ready, put a little dab there. And I'm sorry if you guys cannot view this all that great, but you just roll. And that's why I use the paintbrush, because the tip of it helps me roll. And then when I get to sort of the middle, I put a little dab of hot glue and I keep rolling, rolling, roll, 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 roll until you get to the end, and then I put another little dab. And I mean, there's a million different ways to do this, but this is how I do it. Okay, and then you pull out your little stick of whatever you've used, a pen. I used a paintbrush. And then this is what you get. So, okay. And you're going to put that down. With the jewelry wire, you're going to cut about, I don't know, I like to do 1.5 inches, so I'm not wasting. Some people will cut like 2 inches and then just trim, but I like 1.5 inches. So you're going to cut whatever size will end up working for you. Maybe when you're first starting, do a little bit more than usual. And this is why you get the round nose pliers. And you're going to turn. And what you want to do is you want to be making, sorry guys, I'm going to be able to show you here, making a little loop there. Once you got your loop, this is where your beads come in. So I'm going to grab my beads. I don't know, because I'm doing this pattern here, I'm probably going to grab some pearls because I don't have very many beads. And you're going to slip it on. And I liked with the 1.5 inch that I've cut, it usually will fit a big one, 2 big ones, and a medium size or small size pearl here. But you guys will see eventually as you put them together, you'll know what will fit, what doesn't. I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't have, again, I don't have like Christmas colors. If I did, that would be way more fun. So I guess I'm just going to grab this little silver-ish bead that I cut apart from like a bracelet I wasn't wearing. So there's that. And seriously, sorry that my nails are not manicured, you guys. Like for tutorials, I feel like everyone's so perfect. So I'm gonna, oh, that's a busted one. It wasn't even pierced. Okay, so I'm gonna get this out of the way so I can focus that. So now this is what I've got. Okay, now you're gonna take your needle nose pliers again, and at the end of this, you're gonna make another loop. And I am not a pro, seriously. But once you start doing more and more of these, you'll get the hang of it. Like your first one may be very, very nice. My first one looked like crap, not gonna lie. So this is what you're gonna end up with. See how there's a loop on each end. Okay. And then I'm gonna grab a jump ring. And this is why it'll be good to have a pair of like regular pliers and then the needle nose, because I'm gonna open that up like so, and then I'm gonna hang the lobster claw on there, like so. And then this is where you can add charms. I guess you can open it up a little later if you want, but I feel like I got these little sequin hearts from Victoria No Secret, so thank you. And this is what I mean by I use everything from everyone. And I'm gonna try to find, should have had this prepared for this, but literally it's as we go. Oops, I dropped that. I'm just gonna, here we go. Because this is an ornament craft, an ornament, like there's ornaments on here, craft paper. I looked for a red one, a red sequence, and it's just pierced, right? So what I wanted to do was to lead, so that jump ring is still open. And this is just part of the decor. Maybe I should have just made a regular one for you guys first, but whatever. So I've got that attached there. I grabbed the other tweezers and I close it up. I don't know how well you guys can see that because, sorry, my camera's really shitty and I'm not great at tutorials. But there you go. So that's closed. Or, no, you don't close it yet because you're going to attach it to this. Sorry if that was confusing, guys. So you attach it to this and then you close. Okay. So now I've got my whole top. And then you go back to your paper, you grab your hot glue gun, and people do this differently, but this is how I do it. I squirt it in, I fill a good amount in there. I take this and I put it together and I just hold it there for a few seconds until it kind of dries. And then this is like your base. I mean, like you guys could have had just the lobster claw, the jump ring, and the beads attached. I just threw on the heart there for decor. You can do that later. Absolutely. You'll find your process of what works for you. I mean, you could be finished at this point and go, oh, there you go. There's my tassel, right? Which is still cute. But this is when, you know, you can decorate. You grab, and like, this is what I mean by my desk is a mess during this process because I've got trim, lace, like shit all over my desk, little bows and stuff like that because as I go, I decorate. I've got like my little embellishments for Christmas stuff. And for the trim around, you can use anything from washi if you have actual like material trim. This is stuff that I've gathered, that I've received from friend mail. You can't screw this up. You really can't. So I might go around with this red trim here and just hot glue it all the way around, okay? So this is my finished product. So I'll put this on the side. See here, this one, I don't have a heart attached to the top. But this is what I've done. I've used confetti, little gold stars. And it holds up pretty well. Like, people are afraid the hot glue gun, like, this is going to break down. No, I haven't had any issues. You know, you can, like, flare it out eventually. I don't like to flare it out because I'm usually sending this to someone and then they can do the flaring out. But that's pretty much the gist of it, guys. Like, it's very, very easy. Like, literally, it takes me under 5 minutes to make each one, and then I'll usually do a bunch. I'll pre-cut, like, patterns. You can use any pattern. And the thing is, the busier the pattern, the less you gotta decorate, right? It's when they're simple. For instance, this gingham pattern that I use, the blue one, this is kind of my, like, winter wonderland themed, with the heart little sequence up top there. So there's so many that you can do, right? So this is mine. Decorate them however you wish, you guys. So here's just a few that I've made. This is just a polka dot one. You can't screw it up. You can only have fun with it. Yeah, if you didn't want that heart, don't add the heart. Have it plain like this. Have one pearl. Have just the jumper ring. But although you do need something big to kind of glue it down. That's the only thing, right? That's why I had the big pearl there. It's so easy to make, guys. So those are just a few that I've made there. And then, you know, you add on your little embellishments. Here's one I used washi on the plaid. And then I used this poinsettia embellishment. And bam, like and this is great for if you're doing pocket letters or flip books and you want a matching little jewel. And the reason why I have these little scissors here is to cut the trim, because my other big honking scissors here, like, it's so big that you're doing very fine detailed. You know what? Truthfully, in the very beginning, it's a little bit tedious because you're like just getting the hang of like dexterity and da-da. After 2, you're like a pro at it. So my first one looked like crap. I think I might have thrown it away. But once you get the hang of it, guys, you make it to your heart's content, whatever pattern you have. And it is a great way to use up crap. Like, I have, like, who doesn't have, oops, sorry guys, a bag of like Ziploc scraps, right? I do, and this is what I do with it. When I'm bored, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I want to craft, but I don't know what to do. You don't want to do anything major, like start a flip book and you know you can't finish it. So you do a couple of these and you get your crafting fix out of the way. So that's me, guys. That was my tutorial. Sorry, I'm just not a tutorial gal. I'm not great at it. And I don't really have the filming for it. So I hope that you guys were able to get a view of how I make these. I would love to see what you guys create. And seriously, YouTube, other crafters, just put in paper tassel tutorials. A bunch will come up. And I'd love to see what you guys make. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care.